No, we just introduce ourselves.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, before we get started, we want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Quadash. All right, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere occupants out here pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, all right? So it's a few of the brothers here from the GMS Atlanta camp. We just in the car together, building the spirit, and we just going to use this time in the road as, time to prophesy the Lord's words,
Right.
So I'm going to throw it to you. You had the idea of this lesson.
Yeah. We're going to go into basically how this is the end. This is the end of this kingdom, Babylon the Great, the kingdom that's been prospering and generated lucratively off of sin and witchcraft, illegal terrorism, wickedness, drug trade, the illegal fur trade, all these different things through the market of Esau, and all these things add up to the end of this kingdom America, man. Mm-hmm. Speaking about how this is the end, that's the title of the lesson. This is the end, and we see that all these different movies, everything around you, Trump's announcements, different political, actions show that all these things revolve around how this is the end of this kingdom, man. Which the word end, or the word world goes into an age, which is a time. As it is written in 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter, which I'm gonna get that, how this kingdom is gonna fall, which is the world of Esau, and Jacob is the successing kingdom to come, which is the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the ones that's been ostracized and banished out of this place, man. All right, so let's start with the scripture in Psalm 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Yeah, and it said they'll be cut down as the grass, like when you got grass that hasn't been maintained for a number of years. Hey, the shrubs grow. Yep. All kind of lack of maintenance. Hey, what you gotta do with that grass? You gotta chop it back down. And that's what these nations, man.
And if I can add to what you're saying, that with grass get to a certain height, it looks so tacky.
Yeah.
You just don't even want to look at it. Like, it's like, man, you'll get complaints. Like here down south, here in Atlanta, depending on what county you live at, in Georgia, or this region of Atlanta and the neighboring cities, the county will come out and put a bill on you.
Yeah.
In Cobb County, if you don't cut your grass, they'll come out and cut it and bill you. That's how serious it is. So this is an eyesore to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, like a bando with grass up to the window.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that.
I would say that the sins reached unto the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning it's piled over with trash. And what do you do with a trash heap? You burn it.
That's it.
That's another scripture. I'm gonna get that Lord willing soon. But for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land. And what does the green represent? Prosperity, the money. Doesn't Esau prosper off of his greenbacks? Them ducats, so to speak. Niggas got a million different ways of referencing the so-called white man's money, man. Pesos, which is really the Mexican, but really that's owned by the so-called white man. Because he has dominance over all the world. Everything is under the federal market of America's standard.
Yeah, which leads back to the Rothschilds with their centralized bankings. I think some info came out that only maybe like I don't want to say the wrong number, but I know it's less than 10 countries in the whole world don't have IMF centralized banking, which the centralized banking goes back to the Rothschilds.
I think it is 10.
Yeah, it's somewhere around the 10 number. But how many countries are there total? It's damn near 200 countries.
Yeah.
So out of the 200 countries, only less than 10 don't have this banking. That's total dominance and control.
Yeah. 9 and 24.
That's right.
All right. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. And every man of the Lord's heart should be towards the kingdom.
That's right.
Because where your heart, like Scripture says, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
That's right.
That's why we meditate. We push against the kingdom. We push pro-kingdom, so to speak. and we put curses on this place, man.
That's right.
You should always be putting curses on this kingdom. All right, putting you know, your 2 cents in what's going on here. You can't be a neuter dog in this system. Just,
Yeah, you gotta talk your shit, man.
Yeah, you gotta talk your shit, man.
You know,
speaks about how Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yeah,
You gotta be vexed, man. That's why Scripture says, "Be angry and sin not," because you know what anger does. It brings out the man in you, man.
that's right. And if I can add to what you're saying, just thinking on that, even when you're silent, people should feel your vexation towards this fucking place, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're not even pushing that immature, you know, you always pouting spirit, anger towards this place. When you get to a certain level, man, you're just your energy just shows that, man, you ain't fucking with none of this, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You should be in the spirit of that, like the brothers going into. Man, every Israelite man, woman, and child should have a spirit of fuck America and fuck these people and anything that's against us getting the fuck out of here, man. You shouldn't want to be here, man.
Yep.
You know, this is the end.
Well, this is the end.
All right, and when you're living the end of the worst diabolical nation to ever rule. He's not gonna let this shit go. It's his shit, pal.
Yep.
You know, you watch them shows like the brother in the back. He do them hoarding type cleanups. When these devils be hoarding that trash, man, they'll fight you over that shit.
Hell yeah.
Over trash. Imagine Esau, the Rothschilds. They're not gonna let go of this kingdom.
Yep. And I got well, I just want to jump down to the last little bit and I'll throw it to you. Verse 36. Oh, 35. Matter of fact, 34. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it.
Hey, and that's like you said, we in that time. We in the time of the Lord cutting the wicked off. The Lord told us through the scriptures, which this is all in faith. See, that's the thing about it. If the scriptures speak about Israel looking for a sign, well, the Lord ain't gonna give you a sign. You gotta have faith. Yep. And really, he is giving us a sign. And that's so heavy in itself. He said he's not even gonna give us a sign, but we seeing all these signs.
And one of the main signs was the parable of Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah would be in the belly, the fish in the well for 3 days, and he would be basically spat out, representing Yahweh's so-called resurrection. Well, not so-called, but actual resurrection. And that also represents the resurrection of the nation of Israel on the third day.
That's right.
Because we in that third day when Israel is rising. All right, the rising of the sun, Yahweh Shai, and us being woken, you know. So we know what time it is.
We know what time it is.
The scriptures got a time clock, and it's measuring up to the awakening of our kingdom and the deadening and the sleep of this kingdom, man. The Lord gonna sleep this place, man.
Yeah, the Lord takes no pleasure in the wicked, man. All right, our power is a righteous power. All right, so righteousness is in, like the scriptures tell you in Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 14. With righteousness is as immortality. Yep. The Most High and his son is all about immortality. There's no death with them. So that's what we're seeking after. Death. Wickedness is death, man. Yep. All right. So the Most High is going to bring a finalized death to this place. This is the end of this. All right. King Esau is showing you the end. Yep. All right. But his pride won't let him accept it. You got to.
All right. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Hey, and that's the so-called white man. Like the scripture says, he shall pass away in a dream, and everybody that looks upon him shall say, where is he? Is this the man that had us in derision?
Like, is this the man?
Yep.
Like, even then, is this the man? This beast.
This low vile man.
This low creature. The earth would be better if monkeys ran the world.
Oh, ain't we the monkeys, so to speak?
Yeah, and Esau's eyes.
Yeah, that's why they came out with Planet of the Apes, the Chronicles of the Planet of the Apes. That was talking about Jake rising in power, man. And what they was in the first Planet of the Apes, they was going through the scrolls, man.
Yep.
Going into how Esau, the harbinger of death.
Yep.
Death that dwells in the accordance. He hashed out the judgment according to what? The law?
Yep.
Because he had the spirit. He was the lawgiver.
Mm-hmm.
The law was given back to him, and he judged him according to the law.
Yep.
And when he said they blew it up, you know.
And then the remix with Caesar. Caesar being king representing Moses.
Yep.
The whole new remaking of it really is the story of the Exodus in the Bible.
Yep.
Because in the first one, you remember when Caesar brought him up on a level, and remember he was wearing clothes, and then he ripped his clothes off. Same thing with Moses. I'd rather suffer. Like it tells you in Hebrews the 11th chapter.
Yeah, and that first one, he actually at the end of the movie he crossed the bridge.
He crossed the Golden State Bridge, which is red.
Yep, which was the Red Sea. They went into the wilderness.
And they showed you a bird's eye view of the movie when he did that, showing you the parting of the sea.
Yep.
When they swung across and they went into the wilderness.
Yep.
So the movie, they know what time it is, man. All right. That's what it is. So all Israelites should be in the spirit of, man, this is the great Exodus, man.
Yep. Oh, that's in Jeremiah. You can get the precept you wanted to, bro.
Spirit had moves.
Yeah, okay, I get this Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the lands of the north.
And that's heavy, man. Because that was, like the brother, I can't believe that Tazwan goes into, he always says, that's like one of our titles. The children that were led out of Egypt, man.
Yeah.
Because that history, that notoriety, that reputation, that rumor or however you want to word it, that be precedented or really went out before Israel did, is all them leaving out of Egypt.
Yep.
For years past it. You know, when Joshua and Caleb came on this, you know, when they led the children in and did what they did, that wasn't like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like even still, that's how we wake up our people. We were those people that were led out of Egypt. You know how great of a exodus that was? Now imagine this exodus, man.
Gonna be 10 times the prophecies, so to speak. Because the plague's gonna hit this place, you know, in all types of ways. And we understand the place, which martial law was in what? Egypt.
Yeah.
They was trying to reconfiscate their property.
Yep.
That's the reason why they wanted Jake. That's why they went and hunted down Moses to kill the leader and to take the slaves to labor.
Yep.
You know? And that's why the scripture says that there's 7,000 men that haven't bowed down to the knees of Baal, because the Most High has selected men that's never going to bow to his kingdom through the spirit like Daniel, man.
That's right.
And that's how we know this is the end too, because Yahweh Shai is waking up his servants to fight this fight on earth while he's awake as that good servant. And what he going to do? He going to give us all crowns. Because what? We've been taking these demons down, fighting and fending off the psychological warfare.
Yep. Maintaining faith,
Ephesians the 6th chapter.
Yep.
Waking up the Lord's sheep, bringing them back to the pasture.
Yep. That's the main thing, is that faith, man. Right? Like we said, this is all in faith, man. If you receive this, you're receiving it in good faith. Like we said, that's what this all is about. Even the fact of believing that we were led out of Egypt is in faith. You know? We're not like these Kemet niggas. You gotta see a skull of Moses and know that Moses walked, man.
Right.
We believe. Because we see it happening right now. The plagues on the earth. That's another, like you said, another sign. You got it.
God, beautiful. All right, it says, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he have driven them, and I will bring
that
them.
Land of the north, Babylon the Great. Like you were saying off camera before we cut it on. The fact that the Most High is just letting this tower just stack up. He's stacking it up and I mean this in with wisdom, like when a baby is playing with blocks. You know, you have your nephew or your niece, and they playing with building blocks, and their goal is to build it up as high as they can to push it over to see it crash.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what the Most High is doing right now. He's building this tower up so great because he wants to see it crash and burn.
And he the Tower of Babel, he allowed it to get so big until the point where he just tore it down. The omnipotent one destroyed that kingdom, man. And he's going to do the same thing on this kingdom. This is the siziest kingdom of all kingdoms. You know, you got the One World Trade Center. which is what 666 feet tall, so to speak.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. They got all this demonic symbolism, taunting the Lord, you know, pushing their power, having us worship Baal and all these different demons and spirits. So the Lord is going to push out judgment, and judgment has to go by the workers of the law.
That's right.
Which is us. We the judges, we the priests, we the lawgivers, we the kings, because we administering and we fulfilling what Yahweh Shah told us to fulfill on the earth, all in this office, man. And that's how we know these prophecies going to come to pass and break this kingdom down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah working through us.
That's right.
Starting off with the apostles on down. And I got that precept to go with what you were saying. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the wickedness was reserved or preserved just for a time of destruction. The word evil means bad times. To preserve something is the what? Serve it before. You basically got it already under wraps.
Yep.
And when it was coming out, what you got to do? You grill it, heat it up.
Mm-hmm. Like for instance, like preservatives, like jams.
Yep.
You pick those raspberries or those blackberries or whatever it may be when it's time to pluck them, but you preserve them for a certain time, like wine.
Mm-hmm.
You let it ferment. You let it sit back for 6 months, a year, maybe 3 years. Some of these cheeses are preserved.
Yep.
So that's what the Most High did. He let this cesspool preserve, swell up.
And if I can say too, that's what a lot of guys get thrown off at too, by just thinking that nothing's happening.
Yep.
You know, like the Lord isn't. All the Lord is doing is fattening up Esau for judgment.
That's all.
You know, and a lot of guys don't see that because number one, they don't have the faith. You know.
Hey, could you get
I got something too.
Isaiah 30 and I want to say where does this say 10? Like a breaching wall.
Breach ready to fall.
Yep, breach ready to fall. I guess Isaiah 30 and
If not, you can look it up on your blue letter. I got a precept.
Yep.
This is Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Right, and that's the time scale of Esau's kingdom. Because if you really want to calculate the end of this kingdom, which is now, Esau's inception really started so-called 1776 when he first got his enterprise. When he got the Illuminati that same year, as America's independence, which they purchased America. That was the beginning of their kingdom. And from there on to 2018, it's 1776, 1876, 1976. It's only been 200 plus years, man.
Yep.
And this place is wiped out.
It's the life is sucked out of it.
That's right.
The money is devalued. The women are devalued. You know the kingdom by the women, man. And this place is started out,
slutted, diseased,
and it's gonna only get worse.
That's
why it's high time to wake out of sleep to get out of this kingdom, man.
And what more do you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to see that this place is dried the fuck out? All of you niggas is working 2 to 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Every nigga that you come across with, hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give you a selling point for you that's listening, that's new to the truth, so to speak. Y'all niggas in the world work way harder than us.
Yeah.
The Most High make a way for us. It might be difficult, but I swear it ain't difficult how a regular, everyday 9 to 5 niggas life is, man.
Yeah.
These niggas will work a job from like 4 in the morning to like 1, leave there, and go work 3 to 11. To be back up in the morning to go work the other job.
Hey, see, Jake is super cursed, man. Jake is going through an extreme amount of curses, and they still don't want to hear the words of the Lord. That's why Scripture says that the ox knoweth his owner, and the sheep his master's, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doesn't know. Oxes are so dumb, you got to grab it by the damn nose to pull it and to constrain it. And asses are so foolish. That's where you get the term a dumbass, man.
Yeah, jackass.
Or a jackass. That's a form of disrespect. So you niggas is jackasses, man.
You are.
You big bull niggas, man.
God.
What the scripture say there? Bull in the streets.
Wild bulls on the corners,
Yeah.
man. So,
Not domesticated, by the law.
Hold on. Yep.
God, so continuing on. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Right, and the word nightmare is not located in the scriptures, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall ever going into the word nightmare. Everything is known as a dream. You got negative dreams and positive dreams, but they're all forms of imagery, so to speak. All right, and this kingdom is built upon wicked imagery, which is a nightmare. Nightmare is a latter term, but this is not an actual good dream. This is a negative dream that the scripture said. Like I said, when Zion seen the captivity, Zion was like, we had dream.
Yep.
You know.
That's a
Continuing on.
unified dream, man. Yep.
He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So Esau's going to be eradicated, man. That's not talking about a few Edomites being left. All Edomites is going to be destroyed. They built their kingdom collectively, and it's going to fall with them collectively, man. This is the assimilation of Israel and the destroying of the other nations, putting them back in subjection, ruling, getting back government, all right, to govern in the spirit of righteousness, and it has to be a battle, all right. But the spirit of the Lord, the only difference is the only way we're gonna win is through the spirit of the Lord navigating and fighting through us.
That's right.
Giving us the spirit and coaching us through these different battles, you know. But you had anything else?
I got that Isaiah 30 for you.
Yep. Will you bring that out? Yeah.
I'm gonna start at 12.
Okay.
Isaiah 30 and 12. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon.
Yeah, that's our people. Here it is. We are clearly in the end. All right. All roads lead to the end of this place, man. You know, when you get to a, you do a little amusement park ride, and they point you, they lead you out. All the ropes, all the things are leading you to one way out, exit, and that's it. But Jake don't want to get off the fucking ride. Like you big dummy, leave. Like, you just rode the roller coaster, and they telling you, all right, exit right, go that way, and you just like, nah, I ain't going that way. No, you don't have no choice. Everything is getting pushed to the heap, man. The trash heap.
Yeah.
And that's why we sheep, though.
Yeah.
The sheep go follow that getting out that amusement part. The sheep go follow that exit.
That's right.
You know,
Sheep gonna hear the voice. John 10. My sheep hear my voice and they're known to me. That's why we're not going up another way, being thieves and robbers. We were honoring the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai and following him in sincerity and in truth through not even beholding him with bodily eyes, as the scripture say in Ezra, man.
Yep.
We don't see the Lord, but we believe because we believe through faith. All right, through what the Lord has planted in each and every one of our minds through his word and gave us the guidance through the spirit, man. But you had any some more on that? Okay.
It's verse 13. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Meaning it's gonna bottom out. This kingdom is gonna bottom out, man. Rome bottomed out. Greece bottomed out. Persia bottomed out. By what? Dissimulation. Different kingdoms rising. Their kingdom waning.
Yep.
And they knew their kingdom. Nebuchadnezzar knew his kingdom was gonna fall. Did it fall in Nebuchadnezzar's time? If I'm not mistaken, no, it didn't. And the prophecy of Daniel had the prophecy of Greece falling, Persia falling, Rome falling, and he told Nebuchadnezzar all those kingdoms falling before. So nothing has changed to this day. All those prophecies came to pass. All right, it was written 200 years before Alexander the Greek. Alexander was like what, 335 BC?
Yeah.
And that prophecy was like around 512 BC, man.
See? And the thing about it is that Esau, you had your time. When you was coming into power, the spirit was with you. The spirit protects you. You won a lot of amazing battles. You took down nations that were bigger than you at the time. You know, you had your time because the Most High was setting you up. But, you know, it's like, hey, you know what's funny is, well, Esau, you really did sell your soul to the devil because you're the child of the devil.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, they show you in these movies where, like, you know the movie The Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage, and he sold his soul to the devil, and the devil is like, all right, I'll give you what you want, but you gotta, it's gonna be a payback. It's gonna cost you. So you had your time, you got lifted up, but now it's costing you.
Yep.
That little bit of lift up, that triumphing of the wicked is short. The Lord lifted you up, but now it's curtain call for you.
A little level the whole lump.
Yes, you gotta pay up. It's time for you to cash in.
You gotta cash out, man.
To reaping your spirit, man.
What you saw.
That's it, Esau. It's really a wrap for you, man.
So you reap corruption, you know, you gonna face it.
Yeah, and it's coming, man.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
And you deserve it, man. And you're still going at it.
Hey, that's why the scripture says, rejoice and be glad. It speaks about even when this kingdom gonna fall, that your pride is not gonna be wiped away. So guess what? You as a nation, that negative spirit is gonna be wiped out of the face of the earth, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the scriptures. You got some more?
Yeah, some more on that. And it says, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly.
Oh, whose breaking
and
coming suddenly and in an instant. Instantaneous.
5 and 3.
If something comes to you at an instant, that's out of your range of motion. You couldn't calculate that. And Esau is the so-called master algorithm. You know, he times your day. He knows what you're doing throughout the week through your cell phone. He monitors your every motion. He knows the average man's calorie base. The scripture says how he's wiser than Daniel. Knows all this technological info. And this is the collective. This is the house of Edom. We never did all these calculations in the spirit, man. If we had horses, we ain't measuring the miles. We measuring the spirit, man.
Right.
We measure the spirit of everything. We didn't live by all these numbers and process data.
Right.
Our data all belong to the spirit. That's why we're the littlest amongst the kingdoms, but we were the greatest in the spirit. And that's what's going to triumph over everything through the spirit and the divine power of Yahweh Shem Shai, breaking this kingdom down.
That's right.
But is some more on that?
That was pretty much the point. I can read 14.
Well, yeah, you can read that, Will.
And it says, now he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel.
That's that same vision. That's the Daniel's vision. All right, the statue being broken, man. All right, and we in the time of the statue being broken because that's speaking of Yahweh Shai breaking that statue.
And it starts now. Yahweh Shai is not going to just come out, not only going to come out of nowhere, but he's using his men doing the footwork.
Yep.
That's right.
He already got his troops on the ground, baby. And what we doing? Working. Dissimulating.
Yep.
You know, working hand in hand with the spirit. It says the glory of the celestial is one and the glory of the terrestrial is one. And then we got the waters, we got the navel, Leviathan. But we got to charge this spirit up, charge this energy up. So when the Lord does does his magnifying work, we'll be able to react in the right spirit to even be able to contain in that day.
Yeah, we gotta lead the troops in through the spirit, man. You know, the foot soldiers. Even in Esau's military, it's the Marines are the first ones to go in. You know, the Marines go in. The last group to come in be the Air Force. Even in Esau, so that's the same kind of with us, the Air Force, the angels. You know, we already, like you said, one glories to us and one glories to them. You know, so we in that time, man. We in the time of glory coming, man. All right, that being beat up, feeling beat up in the spirit and low, man, you got to kick that shit, man. We in the time to receive our reward, our payment, man.
Lift up the feeble knees, man.
Yeah.
The hands are lift down, man. You shouldn't be wobbly legged in here. Knuckle dragging. It's like we just said, the troops on the ground. Troops don't, re-navigate their posture. You got to keep your posture firm, man. Stay working. This boot camp. Of course, you're gonna get down on yourself, cause you in hell. But fight over this cell. Go over the obstacles. Just going back to boot camp, man. Don't keep running into the same thing. Learn how to overcome it through the spirit. So,
That's all. Well, we close up. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get off of this. And we're going to say, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.